the Orianna ult combo with the Moonlight Vigil to follow up. Like, on paper, that looks great. I don't hate the composition when you take away the nameplates. But when we remember that this is V5, the team that has a 0% win rate when they're behind at 15 minutes, I don't know if full scaling composition is the answer. And hopefully, this is not the typical V5. So yes, there is a ginormous jungle lead in favor of SOFM. As the Dragon is started by V5. Let's rejoin this conversation in a minute, because I think we're going to fight.
You just leashed that for them. And SOFM's like, thank you very much, even though there might be a 4v4 fight.
Up.
Look at Angel. The flash comes in to be able to get the shockwave onto him with that death sentence. They get first blood, but they have lost the Ocean Dragon on. Going to be able to belly flop away from that one. SOFM might have to flash over the wall. He's waiting this entire time.
Where the Drake is spawning and then move towards the bot tower or the mid tower. Here we go, pick.
God, had to flash away, and here comes WeiWei with the TP as well. They got to be careful of LONG. That's why they all flash away, not wanting to keep the fight going. The flash coming in from On to be able to stay safe. Looks like V5 will be able to control this Dragon Pit. Yeah. Control this bottom quadrant of the map with the help of that Rift Herald charging in mid.
So huge swing now in favor of V5. HUANFENG still on the top half of the map. SOFM is up there with him. They're committing to try and trade tier 2s. The Herald will get the tier 2 in the mid lane as HUANFENG, he's got a lot of work to do to finish the tower in the top side. Right. V5 will also get a Drake off the back of this one. They could also look towards the bot tier 1 potentially. I don't know if they quite have the damage to take that one down as well. But this is a really, really good swing for V5. I like this build out of HUANFENG considering the opponents he's up against.
Right now, THuyền, looking for the pick on to PB. They blow him up. So much for being a tank.
And this is what I was talking about with On the Gragas. When it comes to using that ult effectively, On has been on point multiple times this game already. He's found really good ultis. They've not been able to follow up on those ultis until just now, but that is exactly what he's able to do. And now, V5 don't get that clear 5v5 team fight that their composition wants.
Looking for the flank, wanted to be able to get into the back line. He's enough of a threat. He's scared, going to be able to get the double knockup. And Bin is a bit too squishy, trying to be able to survive. Eclipse is not going to be enough to be able to keep him alive, but WeiWei taking a lot of damage coming in from HUANFENG on the other side. The flash away from LONG to be able to survive the fight, but they're chased off. They're all followed up by the killer instinct, but HUANFENG dies immediately upon impact. PB, who died at the beginning, has been able to respawn, chase down Angel. LONG helping out with WeiWei nearby, gonna be able to get that fair slap kill on the Victor.
And this is exactly what we talked about with V5's composition. If you run into them, if you just consistently run at this team, they will kite you and take you down. I was worried for them when the ult combo of LONG and Mole was on cooldown, but it didn't matter because SOFM goes in by himself and then HUANFENG goes in by himself. And now, 2v5 contest on the Baron. They're going to be able to stop this happening, I think.
They're trying to scare him away, but SOFM might have gotten a little too far. A little bit too greedy in the play, but Bin is scary. Wanted to be able to get the shock blast, and look at how low V5 are. Mole especially. That's the target that Bin wants to be able to get, but unfortunately, it does seem that V5 will be able to escape with their lives, but they have already peeled off of that Baron, and because they're so low, this could be THuyền play.
Oh, this game just suddenly got so tense. So, THuyền managed to push V5 away from the Baron. They started up themselves with the TP coming back. V5 are not going to let this go.
Get revenge. Get into the pit. He's trying to see if he gets invited, but it's going to go over to SOFM, and the fight continues with LONG and On being the first two casualties. BB taking a lot of damage. Finally, he dies. Over to Angel. Trigger doing his damnedest, flashing towards Angel, but it's too much damage with the laser pointer. Bin on the other side. Enough to be able to scare off Mole. They don't want to be able to continue this fight. They've lost the Baron. Bin, what are you waiting for? That's my question here. You're going to be able to back out of that one, but that was a nail biter.
Okay, we don't get the rest of the replay. We got a fight at our hands. Dragon is up in 20 seconds.
He's got a lot of movement speed, and he wants Angel. They're going to be able to get the bear slap onto Angel with that unstoppable force, but look how low they are. Shock flash eviscerates them, jumped into them. LONG, you might be tanky, but it's not enough. They burn too much for Angel.
Everyone goes down on V5, and it's a heartbreaker for V5 fans everywhere because it felt like maybe it was finally starting to come together. But the problem is, with this kind of composition, it's kind of you've got a massive shotgun blast, but you realize you've only got one shell in the chamber. When the ultis are down, you run out of ability to team fight, and the rest of Suning collapse and eradicate V5. Now they can blast open this mid lane, grab themselves an inhib, and you can see Dragon done by SOFM, but HUANFENG's already up in the top lane. They're looking towards more objectives. Is on the minimap. HUANFENG can happily solo this Drake, and what you do as Suning is all you have to do is contest the Baron. You don't have to go for the Baron, you just stop V5 doing it while HUANFENG takes the Drake. Perfect macro from Suning, and now with Soul, they're in a position to potentially threaten the Drake themselves. They don't have TP for Bin, which means it's more difficult for them to pressure on the opposite side of the map, but Bin could just sit in the jungle and bully Wei out instead.
I love this, how clinical it is from Suning, how they're able to play this one. It took so long for Wei to be able to feel impactful, and now they're not even going. Oh, he does it! Wei steals it! Revenge is his! He's gotten the bear.
All right, the face check has to come through from Wei. Suning trying to hold ground here. This is going to be the fight that decides it.
It's going to be the fight that possibly can have it. We're 35 seconds away from that Elder Dragon, and I imagine that it's going to be a dance for some time before someone feels confident to pull the trigger. SFM, he's pulled back in, but look at how little damage he was able to take from that one. They're able to disengage completely. Sure, Ragnarok has been popped. They have to be careful of that, but same thing goes for Wei. He took way too much damage initially from the fight.
Wait, recalls coming through from both solo laners. Langxing and Mole both have teleport available to try and rejoin this fight, but it's 5 seconds till that Elder spawns, and remember, Suning can burn through that objective.
They're already using the TP to be able to join into the fight. Longqing, he wants to be able to get that unstoppable force into the backline. He's waiting for that perfect moment. PP God taking a lot of damage from Ben on the sideline. Nobody started up the objective. Wei waiting to see if they can pull the trigger for Longqing, pull the trigger for Mole to be able to get into that backline.
The longer this goes on, the worse it is for V5 because Bin is just hammering away at them. Same for Angel, same for HUANFENG with his Ws. They will just continue to poke out.
Starting it up, down a little bit. Not going to be able to get the shock blast on the trigger this time, but Ben just waiting for the cooldowns. And the Dragon has reset. Mole even looking for that flank to be able to get that huge shockwave.
Oh, this is so tense between the two teams, but look at PP God's health. He's 1 HP. The Scorch doesn't quite get it, but Trigger forced away as well. That's half the team zoned now by Bin.
That means that PP God is not going to be a part of this fight. He's way too low to be able to join. And the snipe comes in from Bin to find PP God recall. And they had Longqing trying to be able to get into the back line. They got a lot of damage on that line. He's able to get the flash, but it's going to be traded 1-for-1 at the moment. Both supports are dead. 50% on the Elder Dragon, but they're not going to be able to have the shockwave. It's a lot of damage on Wei. He is threatened. You got to be careful. The flash comes in, but HUANFENG was able to get the kill on a Mole. Trigger taking a lot of damage from the Chaos Orb. Here's the killer instinct. They were able to pop one, pop two, taking a triple kill, looking to see if they can make it a quadra kill out of HUANFENG, and that should be Suning taking the game.
HUANFENG gets the quadra kill, Suning get the Elder Drake, and they play it beautifully. The patience that we got to see from Suning here was exceptional. They understand what V5 needed, and they do not let it happen.
They find the fight they need to. It looked like Victory 5 might have had the dance working their way, but unfortunately, they can't win the game if they're down at 15. Munch, it happened again, and it's 2-0 from Suning. They're the ones who are going to rise up. They're going to be far more confident with getting that playoff berth.
Yeah, the 0% win rate when behind at 15 continues for V5. That one's a heartbreaker. But importantly, let's celebrate this.